All right, put your hands together for Miguel Alba.
When I first met Salome, the connection was almost instant. She was feisty, but calmed down when I held her for the first time. Salome was all I had for moving from place to place and my struggles of finding a job. Her impact on my life is why I chose the bathyzoologist today. She was a baby snake that even the seller was hesitant to sell due to her attitude, but with me, that never happened again. Not only was she with me from place to place, she was also an ambassador for me to help people feel more comfortable and connected towards reptiles. Unfortunately, Salome passed away recently, and I continue the work we started and helping people keep an open mind towards reptiles. So, in the article by Jessica Bryant, 20% of college students are diagnosed with depression and seeing a decline in academic performance. But during the pandemic, it shot up to a skyrocketing 95%. Now, during this time, we might want to fill that depression void that we create within ourselves by going online or ending up at your local pet shop just trying to find a companion for ourselves. Today, I'm here to tell you why you should own a reptile. Now, I will be going over 3 points. The first point would be the benefits of owning a reptile. The second is the upkeep. And of course, our third and most wonderful part is the bond created with those reptiles. Yes, they can bond with you just like a cat or dog, sometimes even deeper. Okay, so for our first point, the benefits. We gotta go with the benefits. 1, hypoallergenic. 20% of the population in America is actually allergic to pet dander. You'll never find those in reptiles, only skin. It's pretty cool. The second benefit, and I think most of us will like this one, they don't make any noise. You'll never hear a complaint from a neighbor that your snake is barking. That is true. Although I don't know about her. They're not loud, and the only time you'll ever hear them make any noise is through agitation or through fear. The third benefit, and most of us, I'm pretty sure, have lived in an apartment or rented a room. Their enclosures are easy to hide. If you're not supposed to have a pet, they're simple to hide. You throw a blanket over them, disappear immediately. Now we got that out of the way. Here's the second part, the upkeep. That's the hard one. Now, we all know the daunting task of having to pick up after our pets. Raining, cold outside, or super hot, right? With reptiles, the mess that they make is actually located sometimes in the same spot every single time, once a week. Not that hard to pick up. You don't even have to really touch it. There are scoops to pick it up, and you'll never have to worry about it again. The other part, and this is probably the fun one, the enclosures. If you do and are allowed to have a pet standing outside, their enclosures could be magnificent. It's really up to your imagination. And it's also very beneficial towards the reptile because how you design it is how their mental state will be too. And you can design it any way you want. You can go from desert to rainforest. And if you're a Star Wars fan, the Dagobah system, I would imagine Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Now comes probably the hardest part is the feeding. You're wondering what they eat, right? Some of these creatures do eat other creatures, unfortunately, but that is actually part of their natural diet. There are alternatives if you don't want to feed them a live mice. There are frozen types, and there are also sausages designed for snakes. Reptiles are a little more easier with lizards because they do eat a natural form of fruit or any form of bug. You see a spider, you can throw them in there, and it's gone forever. They love that. Now, for the most emotional part of this, is the bond. Reptiles were actually some of the first used in emotional support animals. They do pick up on anxiety relatively quickly, and they do pick up on when you're depressed and will sit next to you if need be. They will never leave your side. The common misconception you have with reptiles is that they can smell fear, and I'm sure everyone in this room has actually heard that, right? That is not the case. When you approach an animal like that with anxiety, you replicate what a predator would do to them. They think you're going to eat them, hence the hesitation. A reptile will help you and develop the natural form to control your anxiety by holding in constant repetition. Through having a Zen-like mind, it helps you adapt to that animal, and that animal will help you adapt to your anxiety. Little by little, it's a bond you create slowly. Now, as I said, my 3 points, it's the benefits, the empathy, and of course, the emotional bond. As I told you Salome's story, she meant the world to me. And as you go out today, hopefully you go out to get a reptile today. You'll understand what that bond means too. A pet is an extension of your love. And a bond you make with a reptile can be spoken of so deep that they feel they only confide in you and you alone. Today, I dedicate this to Salome, who's never given up on helping people feel that way. Thank you.